today we are going to rank every survivor in Survivor.io on a tier list from best to worst, or worst to best, or middle to worst to best. Let's start things off with the Common Survivor. The Common Survivor has 3 unique skills. The first one is Pointless. It's a passive skill, and you don't have to select it in battle. Passive, plus 3% to all skill damage. The 3-star skill, Expired Plan. It's another passive skill, plus 3% to all skill ranges. And that's also self-explanatory. Your skill ranges are going to be expanded. They're going to be bigger. You can hit more targets, essentially. The 6-star skill is Helter Skelter. Passive, negative 3% to all skill cooldown. That pretty much means that you can fire off your skills much quicker, negative 3% quicker. The Common Survivor has 2 team skills. The first one is pretty good. All survivors crit damage plus 5% at level 40, and at level 80 heal 5% when on level up. I'm going to stick the Common Survivor in the B tier. The Common Survivor is a great all-around survivor, and what makes the Common Survivor stand out is that you do not have to select any skills during battle. All of the Common Survivor skills are simply passive skills. Next we have Tsukiyomi, and Tsukiyomi has 3 unique skills. The 1-star skill, Moonshade Slash. Selected in a game, a powerful frontal slash. Moonshade Slash is pretty much a frontal sword array attack, and when you evolve it, it becomes circular, hitting a radius around Tsukiyomi, so you can hit a lot of mobs around Tsukiyomi, which makes her great in stages with high HP mobs like bears or whatever else. Her 3-star skill, when bladed main weapons evolve, Moonshade Slash can be upgraded again. So when you evolve your main weapon, you can evolve Moonshade Slash once again. You can either evolve it into Frost or Lunar. Frost will slow the enemy down inside the radius, and Lunar will make them bleed, causing them to lose HP over time. Tsukiyomi is a great melee survivor. She can certainly take out a horde of mobs. I'm going to stick her in the B tier. Next we have Catnips, and Catnips has 3 skills. Medidrone, selected in game, releases a healing zone. When you select the Medidrone in battle, you will essentially get a drone that follows you around and releases a healing circle. Evolve the Destroyer drone and the Medidrone to make the Divine Destroyer. At 3 stars, Tech Breakthrough, all drones can be freely paired. When you unlock the 3-star skill, you can evolve the Medidrone with Type A or Type B drone. So you can essentially make the Inquisitor drone or Savior drones. And then you can evolve that into the Divine Destroyer. At 6 stars, we have Advanced Medicine. Healing drone effect doubled. That's self-explanatory. Catnips has okay team skills. All survivors HP plus 5% at level 40 and at level 80 revival effect plus 5%. Not the best. I like Catnips, and I think she can be effective if you're using something like the Broad Waist Guard, but I'm going to stick Catnips in the C tier. Next we have Worm, and Worm has a 1-star skill called Listening Bug. Selected in match unveils enemy weaknesses and increases their damage taken. The Listening Bug essentially makes a circular zone around Worm, and if the enemy invades that circle, they will take more damage. They will lose armor. At 3-star, we have Cash Trade. It's a passive skill, greatly reduces collision damage, slightly increases projectile damage. At 6-star, StingOp. Listening Bug can be upgraded to StingOp. Raise StingOp meter to force enemies to retreat. So I really have not seen StingOp be that effective, to be honest. Enemies usually die before it can be. If an enemy has enough HP and walks into the StingOp circle, eventually over time, the shield above their head will turn red, and that will cause them to retreat. But before that happens, they usually die. You will also notice at 5 stars, Worm has a great all survivors team skill right here. Attack plus 4%. Worm is pretty good. Worm can be effective sometimes in Ender's Echo and especially in stages. So I'm going to stick Worm in the A tier. Next we have King, and King has a 1-star skill, Survivor Instinct. Select it in battle, plus 8% crit rate for each level. At 3 stars, we have Sixth Sense. Survivor Instinct evolves into Sixth Sense plus 50% crit rate and 25% crit damage. That's a great skill. And at 6 stars, we have Lucky Kill. Passive. If a critical hit fails to hit, it will be recalculated. King can essentially deal crit after crit after crit after crit. And if you are wearing legendary Eternal Gloves, crit damage will be increased by 100%. Do you guys know how much damage that is? It's insane. This makes King the best survivor to use in Ender's Echo and against single targets. There really is no other match. Crit defeats everything else. King also has great level up skills at level 40, attack plus 5%, and at 80, crit rate plus 5%. King is the best survivor in the game. Next, we have Squidward, who has a 1-star clarinet skill. Squidward plays his clarinet to attack nearby enemies, can be evolved into Fatal Melody. So no matter what weapon you are using, using, Squidward is going to equip his clarinet. It's essentially like a stronger force field. It will cause damage around your survivor. It will cause damage in a circle around Squidward. And when you evolve it, it becomes even more insane. At 3 stars, we have D minor, clarinet sonic attack intervals, negative 40%. And at 6 stars, brilliant variation, 2-time explosion damage from enemies defeated by Fatal Melody. Listen, I like that you can play as SpongeBob and Squidward in Survivor.io. It's great, it's fun. But there is absolutely no way to upgrade or get these survivors. So before we go any further, I'm sticking them both in the D tier. As you see down here, we need Underwater Sapphire to upgrade Squidward. And there was only one way to get this, and this was during the Deep Sea Survivor event. Other heroes just require shards. All right, let's get to SpongeBob. SpongeBob has a 1-star skill called Spatula. SpongeBob uses his spatula to attack the nearest enemy. Can be evolved into Hydrodynamic Spatula. So just like with Squidward, no matter what weapon you are using, you are going to use the spatula. At 3 stars, we have Master Chef Spatula attack range plus 40%. And at 6 stars, High Speed Motor Hydrodynamic Spatula's attack interval negative 20% and damage plus 20%. I'll be honest, I kind of do like SpongeBob a little bit more than Squidward. I think a spatula can be effective in vertical chapters. You can certainly take out a lot of mobs with a spatula, and with a fast cooldown, it's really good. However, you need Underwater Ruby to upgrade SpongeBob, and that's just unfair. There he is in the D tier. The last survivor is the newest survivor in Survivor.io, Commander or Officer Wesson. At 1 star, we have EM Grenade, selected in game, hurls high-tech EM Grenade at enemies. When this happens, you're going to throw a line of grenades at enemies. However, it does have a very slow cooldown, but you can decrease it with the energy cube. At 3 stars, we have Drill Master perk, chance to call for HQ support when throwing a grenade. Once in a while, whenever you throw a grenade, you will also receive an airdrop, and that airdrop might contain something like food or a magnet. At 6 stars, we have EM Field. Drill Master's Fury also generates an EM field that blocks enemy attacks. Wesson does have great team skills. Check this out. At level 40, all attack plus 5%, and at level 80, crit rate plus 5%. So Wesson is a great hero with powerful skills, but he suffers from a very slow cooldown. His skills can actually cause a very high amount of damage. However, once you evolve EM grenades into Drill Master's Fury, the cooldown will just be even slower. But I do want to mention that Drill Master's Fury does have the potential to pretty much kill everything on the screen. So if Wesson had a faster cooldown, he might be way too overpowered for this game. I like Wesson. I don't think he's a bad survivor. He just suffers from a very slow cooldown, so I'm going to stick him in the C tier. So that's it. That's the finished tier list. If you would rank anything differently, let's hear it in the comments below. And before I go, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Smash like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.